Doom has been around forever, and in just a few days, for the first time in 20 years, the franchise comes back to Nintendo. Hey guys, I'm Luke from Rocket Sloth, and since Doom will be released on the Nintendo Switch in just a couple days, we decided to bring you some interesting Doom facts you may or may not know already. Little bonus fact before the video starts: exactly 7,528 days have passed since Doom 64 was released, by the time this video is uploaded. The original plan was for it to be an Aliens game. Yes, you heard right, ID Software was trying to make a shooter game based on the James Cameron sci-fi classic Aliens. After realizing that a deal for a licensed game would immensely limit their creative freedom, they decided against it and went for a Demons from Hell setting, which would still capture the same feeling as an Aliens game to them. Many developers from the team were huge fans of the tabletop role-playing game Dungeons & Dragons, so it's no surprise that they drew some inspiration from there. According to interviews, they once ended a game with demons invading the world through a portal, and they realized that it would be the perfect setting for one of the games they were working on. Looking back, Doom is the perfect name for a franchise like that, and it would be easy to conclude that they choose the name to fit the setting of the game, but the true story is a different one. In a scene from the 1986 movie The Color of Money, there was a verbal exchange between Tom Cruise and Paul Newman. While in a pool hall, Cruise's character Vincent brought a custom cue case, and one guy asks him,
"What you got in there?"
Doom.
Having so much confidence in ID Software, they choose the name because they wanted to dominate their opponents just like the character Vincent did in the movie. You can pretty much call Doom the originator of deathmatches as we know them today. The deathmatch concept was inspired by fighting games. The team at ID Software frequently played games like Street Fighter 2 during breaks. So Japanese fighting games fueled their creative impulse to create deathmatches in their shooters. Did you know that there's a document called the Doom Bible? The Doom Bible is a book full of original design ideas for Doom, written by Tom Hall in 1992. Many of these ideas never made it into the first game, but some would be later used in the sequels and spin-offs. The inspiration for some weapons came from toy guns, proves that a big jacked marine can make anything look badass. Several songs from both Doom and Doom 2 Hell on Earth are based on heavy metal songs from the 1980s and early 1990s. This soundtrack was accused of being borderline plagiarism. Just listen and decide for yourself. There was a free demo released for the first Doom. When the demo dropped, people thought it was the full game at first, even though it was just a small part. So for that reason, Doom 2 did not get a free demo. Doom was so addictive upon its release that businesses and colleges all over the world noticed a massive drop in productivity. Students and employees would use college and company time to play multiplayer, which would cause network overloads. Even John Romero himself was incredibly addicted to the game and would lock himself up in his office so he could play Doom in peace. Released at different. Some of you might know that I'm from Germany, which means I was not able to just buy Doom at our version of Best Buy till 2011. Actually, Doom 2016 was the first game in the franchise to be released as an uncut version here. Named Doom 2 RPG is the only game in the series that has the option to play as a female protagonist. Her name is Major Kira Morgan. That the less you know about him, the more likely you as the player will feel free to invent your own personality for him, which might explain the lack of consistency on the name over the years. Doom can actually run on graphing calculators, so there's your way to get through boring math classes from now on. But don't tell your parents we told you about this. The first level was the last one that was designed. John Romero thought after making all the other levels for the game, he would be able to make the first one the best one, because of the experience he gathered throughout the development cycle of the game. Doom actually outsold Windows. In 1995, it was estimated that Doom was installed on more computers than Microsoft's own Windows 95. This led to the development of a Windows 95 port of the game and to one of the best video game commercials of all time.
Yeah. Don't interrupt me.
One of the biggest personalities in the gaming industry today worked on the Windows 95 port back then. Gabe Newell actually worked on Doom. To be exact, he worked on the Windows 95 port of the game. So these were our Doom facts. Let us know in the comments down below if we forgot any. And while this video might be over, make sure to subscribe to Rocket Sloth for more gaming lists, news and discussions uploaded daily.